and
what are some of the things, and I'm kind of cutting through because I think I want to tap on that a little bit. What are some of the things in cybersecurity that we are seeing that are issues? Because that's definitely not a conversation that I've had on this podcast very much.
Sure. Well, the challenge that all these small businesses have is they have an uneducated workforce. And the uneducated workforce, and that does not mean uneducated as lawyers or doctors or accountants or whatever you are, but in terms of looking at an email, and note the hackers are getting really good. I said for a long time, when the hackers know how to spell or when they learn how to spell, because we all got that email from a Nigerian prince offering us $1 million, right? We all got that.
What are you talking about? It's not real.
You're the guy. I now I know the truth. You're the guy.
Hold on.
Hey,
remember that guy?
but we all got that email, and we could always tell. Like, this is the dumbest email I've ever seen. Every other word is misspelled, and it's a stupid.
Yeah.
But now the hackers they're resident in people's systems. They're sitting on the average IT companies, or the average small business in their infrastructure for 6 months before they attack, watching patterns, watching what's happening. They know who the CEOs talk, and they're literally sitting there monitoring. And they're patient, and they have discipline, and they have these giant deals. And then when they see it ready, they send the right email, and the right person clicks on the email, and it opens up Pandora's box, and they go take money. Because that's what the hackers are after now. For a long time, it was, we're going to lock you out and try and get a ransom. Now it's, we're going to get access to your bank account and bleed you dry. And they're really doing that. And what a lot of the small businesses have said is, I don't have anything hackers care about. Okay, so maybe you can restart your business. Well, and that was literally their mindset, because for a long time, hackers were coming in, locking their networks up. Okay, we'll just restore from backup, or we'll just we'll move over to paper. This is what happened. But now what the hackers are doing, they're coming in resident, watching for weeks and months, and then they're accessing their bank account and taking all the money out of the bank accounts. And so the whole ideology of, I don't have anything hackers want, is now out the window as a business, because there's not a human being in, forget the rest of the world, but let's just take America. Like you and I are both in the States. I'm in Austin, you're in San Diego. There's not a human being that is an entrepreneur or a business owner or even an employee that can afford to have their bank account emptied. And then what happens, and here's the other gotcha. What happens then if you say, I'll just file an insurance claim, and the insurance company comes back to you and says, you weren't doing anything for cybersecurity, we're not going to pay your claim. Because that's what's happening now. So the small business is moving over. So you talk about in fact, we call it in my sales presentations to our prospects and our clients. I'm presenting live on stage at a live event in Dallas next week that we're hosting. We call it the perfect storm. It's the perfect storm for my prospect or my client to go in there. But let's not forget that, how did they originally sell? They sold tech first. They sold.
Got it.
So they're in this world where they massively undercharged for a long, long time, and now the market has shifted and they're not. So we teach them how to make that shift.
And that's actually a really interesting conversation, because this might be a question after that I'd ask you. One of them is, at what stage should a business owner in their evolution start looking at that cybersecurity? At what stage should that be triggering them? I mean, right now, a lot of people on a solo entrepreneur standpoint, they're more afraid of losing their Facebook account or their Instagram account.
Yeah.
So what stage are people
honestly,
looking at?
It needs to be now. It needs to be. And to give you an idea, you heard me just mention my friend thinking about solar. I told him he needs to make sure he's got MFA on everything, multi-factor authentication on everything, because the thing that the hackers are doing, they're not targeting you, really. Very few of us are being targeted. We better be very high net worth, and we better be out there so they know who we are. But you know what they're doing? They're throwing out blankets. And then whoever does something dumb, it's like shooting up a flare. And then they're like, whoa, and they pounce on you because they know that you're a dummy kind of thing in their head, and you have exposure. So, you need to either be educated. So let's go back to Chris mentioned the educated workforce. You need to make sure you and your staff and your team are educated to look for potential threats. And I'm not even an IT guy at this point anymore. We're just talking about this.
Sure.
But it's a conversation I have with my clients every single day, and my staff every single day. And I spend a lot of money I have about 20 full-time staff in my company right now, with about 20 more contractors and virtual assistants. We only give certain people access to our internal networks. Everything is multi-factor protected. I have a full-time IT guy. He's in fact my very first client. They protect us, but and to give you an idea how potential it is, I had a third-party digital contractor get one of their computers compromised, and my Facebook account got hacked.